Good morning, fellow people who orbit. How's it going? How are you guys? New vlog here, just to whet your palate a little bit in between bigger videos. It's June 17th, 2021, and it is crisp, it is clear skies and blue and green, which is all you can ask for. So I wanted to download a couple things to you guys here. Just went out for a beautiful run this morning, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something I've been thinking about in my head for quite some time. I actually had this idea back when I started the channel 6 months ago, and I think I'm gonna finally act on it, which is great. So I've been thinking about myself and my lifestyle, my well-being quite a bit. And to be honest, not as thrilled about it as I should be. And it doesn't quite line up with my aspirations. I know for myself, as you guys know from some of my past videos, like I want to become an astronaut. I want to go to space. And you need to be in primo, tip-top shape to go to space. And not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. You have to live a lifestyle that is conducive of doing something that is that intense. And right now, being a NASA astronaut is, you know, tip of the spear in terms of that. If you've been paying attention to space news recently, there have been several brand new ventures going on where citizen astronauts are getting a chance to go to space. Private, commercial astronauts, people who are not lifelong career astronauts, but they're paying for a seat, or they're winning contests, or they're being employed by a private commercial entity to be trained as astronauts. And they're not necessarily at that level of NASA astronauts, but at the same time, you need to be able to reach this tier of excellence. And I don't think that's for the people who are lazy. I don't think it's for the people who are kind of half in, half out. And that's where I feel like I am right now. I feel like I am not living the lifestyle that I should be, knowing where I want to go in life. I want to go to space. And I think that a lot of you are probably like that. And just from what I've seen on the internet, there are quite a few people just like me who want to get out there and go to orbit, who have never... Look at this guy. Oh, flew away. He wants to go to space. But there are plenty of people out there just like me, and probably like you, who want to go to orbit. They want to go to space. They do anything to go. But they just haven't quite flipped the switch that actually fulfills that I'd do anything phrase. And I'm totally one of those people. So with that, I want to make a change in my life, and I want to bring you with me if you're willing. So what I'm going to do is every week, I'm going to post one check-in video, and it's going to be super low production value, just like this GoPro on a stick. And I'm going to minimally edit it. I'm just going to tell you where I'm at, what changes I've made, and most importantly, if I followed through on them. It's an accountability video for me, but I also want this to be a two-way road. So I want you guys to tell me what you're doing on your journey towards going to space. I'm going to call this series Training for Space, or TFS for short. Be on the lookout for new TFS videos coming up. So what does that really mean? What does it mean to make lifestyle changes? Well, I think it certainly encompasses, you know, things like working out, dietary changes, maybe learning, studying, but you have to find out what that means for you, because every single person is in a different place. For instance, I'm in somewhat of physical shape, but I'm a little softer on the edges, and I could definitely be sharper. And I want to do that. I want to increase my endurance training. I want to actually do strength training, because I just don't do that. And I also want to be working on the way that I eat, because I don't eat very well. Let's be honest, I love Taco Bell. I have little shame around that, and I probably should turn that burner up a little bit so that I don't eat it as often, but I love Taco Bell. Also, I'm not sponsored by Taco Bell, by the way, so don't worry about that. So I already know where I need to make changes in my life that are going to help me get closer to my goal of becoming an astronaut. There's probably a massive list. You can probably write on a scroll, and it'd be a mile long for, you know, what are the things you can do to change your life. But it's all about baby steps. It's all about the little things, and it's about taking it one little bit at a time. What I'm doing first is writing a schedule that tells me exactly when I'm working out and how I'm working out, and that's it. Doesn't tell me, you know, doesn't mean I need to be lifting like Arnold Schwarzenegger day one. Doesn't mean I need to be running ultra marathons every single day to stay fit. Baby steps, a structure, a schedule. That's my first step, and I will check in with you guys on the very first video next week and how that's going, and if I held up my promise on that. So I want you guys to engage in this too if you can, and spend some time with yourself and think about that one little baby step that you can take that's going to get you closer to becoming an astronaut. Is it maybe eliminating something on your diet, limiting something in your diet, getting outside and running 3 times a week? Something small. Don't worry about tackling the whole planet on day one. take it easy, build incrementally, and just gain some momentum with yourself. I think this is gonna be really exciting because I wanna see something different in myself. And I'm tired of looking at the way I live and knowing this is not only not getting me closer, it's taking me further away from my goal of going to space. Send me your progress on social media, Twitter and Instagram. It's all linked in the description below. And you can let me know how you're doing. And I'd love to encourage you guys to stay consistent, check in every week, and just let me know what you're doing. And I think it'd be really cool to know how many people out there are really that serious about going to space. Because I am, and I hope you are too. With that, I want to add a little bit of an incentive, and I haven't quite figured out how I want to gauge this yet, but I am going to introduce my very first giveaway on the channel. Stay tuned, hopefully in the next video or two, on what that's going to be about. But if you're into space, I think you might like the prize that I have for you. I've purchased it, it is ready to go. I just need to launch this contest, have you guys get involved, and we'll see who the winner is. With that, I'm looking super forward to getting out there and training harder, getting better, and most importantly, getting closer to orbit. So get excited, guys. Orbiters, I will see you all on the other side.